Welcome back to AI Brief, your shortcut to staying ahead in the rapidly evolving world of AI. I'm Amin,
And I am Leah.
and today we're diving deep into some major announcements from OpenAI and xAI. Plus, we'll explore how AI is impacting industries like transportation and construction.
Sounds exciting.
Buckle up because we have a lot to cover.
Yeah.
Let's start with OpenAI's updated roadmap, including their decision to scrap the standalone release of their O3 model.
And what that means for the future of their AI systems.
Okay, so let's unpack this whole O3 situation. OpenAI CEO Sam Altman recently revealed that they're abandoning the separate release of O3, which was expected to be their next big thing.
Right, it was supposed to be a significant advancement.
So what happened?
What's interesting is this decision signals a pretty significant shift in OpenAI's strategy. They're moving towards a unified system with their upcoming GPT-5 model. Essentially, GPT-5 will become the central hub, absorbing the capabilities of O3 and potentially other OpenAI technologies.
So instead of having all these different models for different purposes, everything will be under the GPT-5 umbrella. That's a pretty big change.
It is, and it could have a major impact on how developers integrate AI into their applications.
What about access for users? Will it still be the same subscription model?
That's where things get even more interesting. They're introducing a tiered system within GPT-5. Free users will have unlimited access to a standard intelligence level, but they're also adding Plus and Pro tiers, which will unlock higher performance and more specialized tools.
So it's like a freemium model where you can get a taste of GPT-5's power for free, but if you want the really good stuff, you'll need to pay up. This could be a big deal not just for how people use AI, but also for how developers integrate it into their applications.
Exactly. And we can't forget the timelines involved. OpenAI is planning to release GPT 4.5 codenamed Orion in the coming weeks as their final non-chain of thought model. Then a few months later, GPT-5 is slated to arrive.
Wow, things are moving fast. It seems like the race to develop more advanced AI is really heating up. Speaking of advancements, OpenAI also expanded their model specifications, recently emphasizing truth user customization and intellectual freedom.
Right. This new Model Spec, a 63-page document, outlines how their models should handle sensitive and controversial topics. They're introducing a kind of chain of command where platform rules are the highest authority, followed by developer preferences, and finally user preferences.
So it's an attempt to create a more balanced and nuanced approach to AI content generation.
Yes. And I found their focus on combating AI sycophancy particularly interesting. They're training their models to provide honest feedback and avoid simply echoing a user's viewpoint or seeking to push a specific agenda.
It's like they want their AI to be a critical thinker, not just a yes man.
Exactly. It's a response in part to the rise of more open source and less filtered models like Grok. OpenAI seems to be trying to strike a delicate balance between safety and allowing a wider range of expression.
Makes sense. But let's shift gears now and talk about how AI is making its way into the automotive world. The Chinese electric vehicle manufacturer BYD just announced they're rolling out a new D-Pilot driver assistance system across their entire vehicle lineup.
This is a significant move because BYD is integrating DeepSeek's artificial intelligence into the most advanced versions of D-Pilot. This means they can offer high-tech features even in their more affordable models, putting them in a strong position to compete with other Chinese car companies.
And what about the impact on the electric vehicle market as a whole?
Well, BYD's strategy could force other car manufacturers, not just in China, but globally, to rethink their approach to incorporating AI into their vehicles. We might see a faster adoption of these technologies as companies compete to offer the most advanced and attractive features.
That's a fascinating point. It seems like the ripple effects of this move could be felt throughout the industry. Now, speaking of competition, let's talk about Elon Musk and his venture xAI.
Musk has been pretty vocal about his vision for xAI and Grok 3.
And this news dropped just hours after OpenAI's roadmap update. Talk about timing.
Yeah.
Musk is making some bold claims saying Grok 3 will outperform every other AI model out there.
He says it's in the final stages of development and should be released within a week or two.
So we'll see about that.
Yeah.
It's fascinating to see this rivalry play out between xAI and OpenAI. They're both really pushing the boundaries of what's possible with AI.
Definitely. It's going to be interesting to see what they come up with next.
Before we get too far ahead of ourselves, let's zoom out and look at some other notable AI developments.
First up, we have Apple. They're reportedly exploring humanoid and non-humanoid robots for their smart home ecosystem.
Robot butlers.
Pretty much. Think robots that help with chores and manage your home.
Like a real-life Rosie from the Jetsons.
Exactly. But it's definitely a long-term play. Production isn't expected to start before 2028.
So we'll have to wait a while for our robot butlers. But in the meantime, OpenAI is expanding access to their deep research tool. It's now available to all ChatGPT users.
That's a big deal. Free users will get 2 uses per month, and Plus users will get 10.
Imagine the possibilities with all those people having access to such a powerful research tool.
Speaking of big deals on the legal front, Thomson Reuters just won a landmark AI copyright case.
Oh yeah, I read about that. A judge ruled that Ross Intelligence, a legal research platform, infringed on copyright by using copyrighted content to train their AI.
Exactly. This case sets a major precedent. It could have huge implications for how AI companies train their models in the future.
Definitely a wake-up call for the industry.
And then there's Midjourney. The founder, David Holtz, is teasing 2 new hardware projects.
I saw that. What are they?
He's being pretty cryptic about it. He described them as one that goes on you and one that you go inside of.
Some sort of wearable AI device and maybe an immersive VR experience?
Maybe? Only time will tell.
We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
And speaking of waiting, we can't forget about all the money pouring into AI startups.
It's crazy. NVIDIA rival Grok just secured a $1.5 billion deal with Saudi Arabia for advanced AI chips.
Wow. And Saudi Arabia's NEOM project is partnering with DataVolt on a $5 billion AI infrastructure initiative.
It seems like everyone's trying to get a piece of the AI pie.
It's the future. To wrap things up, let's look at some trending AI tools that people can use today.
Not just futuristic concepts, but tools that solve real-world problems.
Exactly. Like MetaBrain. It's like having an AI co-founder.
You can use it to simulate complex business scenarios and make data-driven decisions for your startup.
Sounds pretty useful.
Definitely. Another cool tool is Pixel Cutout, which can remove backgrounds from images in seconds.
And build AI for the construction industry.
It automates the process of estimating materials and costs from blueprints.
I can see how that would be a huge time saver. What else?
Tavern is an AI-powered tool that organizes patient health histories for lawyers.
Makes their job a lot easier. And for those who want to automate tasks without coding, there's Watto AI.
It's a conversational AI platform that simplifies complex processes and boosts productivity.
These are just a few examples of the many amazing AI tools that are already out there.
And there are a lot more out there. It's an exciting time to be exploring all the ways AI can transform how we work and live.
It really is. It seems like every day there's a new breakthrough or development. So let's take a minute to recap some of the most exciting things we talked about today.
Okay, so we started with OpenAI's decision to scrap the separate O3 release and move to a unified system with GPT-5.
Right, and their focus on intellectual freedom in their new model specifications.
And then we talked about BYD integrating DeepSeek AI into their driver assistance systems across their whole vehicle lineup.
Which could have a big impact on the EV market.
For sure. And of course, we can't forget about the upcoming release of Grok 3 from xAI,
which Elon Musk says will be the most powerful AI model ever.
We also touched on Apple's exploration of robotics, Thomson Reuters winning that landmark AI copyright case, and the tons of money flowing into AI startups.
And we wrapped up with a look at some trending AI tools that are already making a difference.
It's a lot to take in, but that's the world of AI for you. Always evolving at a rapid pace.
And it's our job to keep you informed, so you can stay ahead of the curve. What do you think is the biggest takeaway from all of this?
I think the biggest takeaway is that AI is no longer something that's just happening in research labs or tech companies. It's becoming integrated into every aspect of our lives.
And that's only going to continue in the future.
Exactly. AI is going to have a profound impact on the way we work, live, and interact with the world around us.
That's why it's so important to stay informed and engaged with these developments.
And that's what we're here for. So if you enjoyed this deep dive, be sure to share it with your friends and colleagues.
And follow AI Brief for more explorations of the fascinating world of artificial intelligence. Until next time, stay curious.